Hey friends, it's Kristen here. Hey friends, it's Kristen here. Today I want to show you a holiday dessert that is quick and easy put together. I know a lot of times during the holidays it's all about those special pies and cakes and other delicacies that you can make that sometimes take a lot of time. But sometimes you just run out of time or you just want a dessert that's easy to put together to feed a crowd. And that's what dump cakes are all about. So I'm doing a holiday version of a dump cake, but this type of recipe can be done year round and it's super easy to do. So you need a 9x13 pan, and I highly recommend a piece of stoneware just because it cooks so evenly. I just find things taste better when they're cooked in stoneware. And of course, this pan has this really nice, pretty satin finish on it, but the inside is what I call our naked stoneware, just the clay pieces. And easy to cook in, beautiful to serve on, and super easy to clean up because this particular piece does go in the dishwasher. So that's what we're going to be cooking in. Before I get started though, I do want to show you an accessory piece that you can get with this piece. You can buy just the 9x13 pan or get it as a set with this serving tray. And what's really cool is the serving tray actually acts as a lid for this pan. So for today's recipe, we don't need a lid, but think about if you're making lasagna or casserole or something in your 9x13 pan that you would normally put foil on or have to cover when it's cooking, you can just use the lid. And what's really cool is now you've got like this great little a great little stoneware piece inside of your oven. So that's why it's going to cook so beautifully. But now you have another cooking surface and you can actually do some garlic knots. If you're doing lasagna, you can do roasted vegetables on here, or maybe even some sort of dessert. But anyway, so it's two pieces that kind of go together as one, or you can use them individually. So just wanted to point that out to you before we get started. But now I'm going to get started with my recipe. So dump cakes are super easy. It's usually some sort of pie filling. We're going to do apple today. And then you can add some other little fruit to it. We're going to be doing some whole cranberry sauce and then top with some dry cake mix and some butter. And I just realized I forgot to pull the butter out of the refrigerator, so I'll need to get that in just a minute. But anyway, so this is the holiday version, as I said. But in the summer, I love to make this. And I do cherry pie filling and crushed pineapple and a white cake mix. Today we're doing a spice one. So there's all kinds of variations. So just let your creativity go crazy with this and have fun because it's super duper easy. And the reason it's called a dump cake is because literally we're just going to dump the ingredients in and throw it in the oven and it's ready to go. So for this recipe, we're going to do 2 cans of apple pie filling. And I've already opened one of them. I do want to show you our smooth edge can opener just because it is such a fantastic product that we sell. Very, very popular. When I ask people what is their favorite product with Pampered Chef, the smooth edge can opener gets a lot of love from people. What makes it really unique is that instead of being a blade that's going to cut here inside of the lid and give you a sharp edge, it actually has some sort of magic mechanism right in here. You slide this on top of the can. So a little different. Most can openers are like this. This one you're going to slide on top of the can and give it a little twist. It'll grab the can. If you can hold on to it like that, you've got it on there correctly. And then just give it a twist. And what it's doing is breaking the seal between the lid and the can. So the can and the lid will be smooth to the touch. So it's super safe to use this. Great if you have kids in the kitchen that like to help you because sometimes they don't think about those can lids being sharp and can easily cut themselves. Now, I hold this up to the camera just so you can see. It doesn't look like I've actually even opened it. Normally you can see that cut mark there, but it doesn't look like I did, but it is open. On the can opener, it has this little bird beak here, and with your thumb, you can activate it. It's like a little pincher, and it's gonna go ahead, we're gonna put that on the rim of the can. Hope you can see that. Pinch with our thumb, and that's gonna lift that lid right off. And again, the can and the lid are smooth to the touch. So super duper safe to use, and I just highly recommend it. We all need a can opener. No matter whether you cook or not, you need a can opener in your kitchen, so you might as well get a good one. And as I said, I'm doing apple pie filling for this particular recipe, but depending on what you like, you can do any other flavor. As I said, I love to do a cherry pie filling. I've done a blueberry pie filling with a lemon cake mix on top. That one's a really good combination. But the sky's the limit. Just whatever you like, whatever you can find at the store. So we have the apples spread in there. By the way, isn't this cute? This is our little holiday scraper, so I wanted to show that to you. That's available this season only. Okay, and then, as I said, we're gonna do some whole cranberry sauce, and that's gonna be just a little extra fruit on here. When I do the cherry, or if I do the blueberry in the summer, a lot of times I do crushed pineapple with that. So again, just be creative with your flavors. But because this is holidays, apples and cranberries just go together so beautifully. So we're just spooning this on top, gonna spread it out as best we can, but it's a dump cake. We're just dumping stuff. That's all we're doing. Super duper easy to do. And then we're gonna take our cake mix and spread that on top, or not even spread, just sprinkle that on top, a dry cake mix. You're not even gonna make it into cake. So basically it's gonna make like a cobbler kind of crust is what this dump cake is gonna be like. One more little spoon there. So you wanna get that spread out as best you can, but it does not have to be perfect. It's all gonna cook together. Okay. And as I said, for this particular recipe, I am doing a spice cake mix, but in the summer, if I do the other flavors, I do a white or a yellow cake mix, and it is just equally delicious. So kind of go seasonal flavors or whatever flavors you like, but love the spice cake in the fall. It just, to me, that says fall. And there's nothing that you have to be perfect about with this. Literally, I am just sprinkling. As you can see, it just kind of all comes out at once sometimes. I'm going to spread that out just a little bit so it's even. There, looking good. And then we're going to take a stick of butter, which I forgot to get out, so bear with me while I grab that real quick. And we're gonna just put pats of butter on top here. And I like to use, when I need pats of butter, of course you can take a knife and just slice it, but it's all about fun tools. And this particular tool is our quick slice, has blades right here, and you can use it for slicing cucumbers, tomatoes, mozzarella cheese balls, peaches, kiwi, you know, kind of softer fruits and vegetables. And it just gives you a nice even cut and is super quick and easy to use. For the butter, we're just gonna go ahead and take it in here like so. Hopefully, I'm trying to get this so that you can see everything. And we're just gonna give it a little cut right through. It's a little harder than I thought. And we now have, as you can see, all your little pats of butter. And so we're just gonna put these across the top. Again, when it melts, it's gonna get the whole thing all kind of crusty, so there's really no right or wrong way of how to do this. And you can even break up those pats just a little bit more. But there we go. We're gonna get all those last little bites because we want as much as we can. And then this goes into the oven. So there we go. That is a dump cake. Let me wash my fingers real quick. And it is literally, as I said, dump. You notice I just dumped everything. Takes you 2 seconds to do it. This is going to go into the oven about 350 for about 45 minutes. The top is going to get all crusty like a cobbler. Everything's going to be heated and it's going to be so yummy. Perfect for your holiday gatherings. And what I like is it was so easy. You saw that. So we're going to set that aside. And to top it off, of course, you can just serve it as is, but I think it's better if you serve it with some whipped cream or some ice cream, especially homemade ice cream. But I want to show you our whipped cream maker because it really makes fresh, delicious whipped cream super fast. So this is the whipped cream maker. Literally with this kind of double whisk design that you see here, it is going to whip up our heavy whipping cream. So that's all I bought, heavy whipping cream from the store, about 45 seconds, or if you're super strong and super fast, I'm not, in about 30 seconds. So to heavy whipping cream, you can flavor this up however you like. So my basic recipe is just adding some vanilla and powdered sugar. But it's the holidays, so why not add a little extra pizzazz to it? We're gonna add some cinnamon to it just to give it a little extra flavor that's gonna be fun for the holidays. So about 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, but of course, you can make this however you want. If you like it sweeter, add a little extra. If you're trying to cut calories a little bit, but really if you're cutting calories, you're not eating whipped cream, but you could also decrease the powdered sugar a little bit if you don't want it quite so sweet. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of vanilla. Love to use our double strength Madagascar, got to get the name right, double strength Madagascar bourbon pure vanilla. Super long name, but it is so good. And if you're a baker and you love real vanilla, like you really appreciate the real stuff, you're going to love this. And as it says, it's double strength, so you use half as much. So it really kind of helps you extend how much you're doing. So I usually do about a teaspoon of vanilla, but since I got the good stuff, we're going to do just half a teaspoon of vanilla. So let me get that poured in there. I went a little over, but that's okay. Vanilla's yummy. It's gonna be so good. And you can, as I said, you can flavor this however you want. You can put a little cocoa if you're making a dessert that a chocolate whipped cream would complement. Love to do adult whipped creams and spike with either peppermint schnapps or Baileys or fun things like that. But today we're gonna make it kid friendly. And we have some really nice cinnamon products. One is a Cranberry cinnamon. So if you just want cinnamon, go ahead and do that. The Cranberry cinnamon is a little bit sweeter than a traditional. It's not like sweet like sugar and cinnamon combined, but it's a little bit sweeter than traditional. So you can do that. But I love our Cinnamon Plus. It is everything that goes into holiday baking. So it's your cinnamon, it's your nutmegs, your cloves, a little bit of allspice, and it really puts a little zing into everything you're doing. So that's what we're gonna do today is the Cinnamon Plus in this, because it's really gonna complement our cobbler. And I'm not much of a measure. I'm just gonna do a couple sprinkles in there and put our lid on. And then all you do is pump the handle. And it's gonna mix all that up. It's gonna thicken it up and give you this really nice, delicious whipped cream. I don't know if anybody's timing me. I don't know how far I've gone. I can tell. And what I do is I kind of pump until I can't pump it anymore. And that's about where I'm getting. And that tells me that it's done. I think we did it. I wasn't even timing that. And look at that. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so good. A little soft on top. Let me put the lid back on. Got a little messy there, sorry about that. I am not the neatest cook, but we're gonna clean that up. Give it a few more pumps. And I think we're there. Oh, yes, we are. Look at that. Ooh, yum. That is gonna be and I'm still making a mess. This is when, if I was not on camera, I'd be licking this. But anyway, there's our whipped cream that is gonna go on top of our dump cake, and it's gonna be absolutely delicious. So anyway, I hope you like this quick little demo. I hope this is a recipe that you will go ahead and use over and over again, not just the holidays, but throughout the year, because it's so easy and so delicious. Happy cooking.